Almost Daily contributor Robert Merrill, who says, Keyshawn smiling for his first grade class picture. I like that.
Looks like.
Yeah, that looks like you in the first grade, right?
Oh, you look cute there, kid.
Yeah,
you look
cute.
cute. You
Cute
look
is
like
the operative word.
Hey, man, I'm not about to sit up here and be mad all day.
You look like a little kid.
Second tweet.
That's a cute
Comes
style,
from Rich
bro.
Wise, who says, I agree with me, Skip, on this one. I think he's calling, this is Micah, I think he's calling shots too early. It takes time to be a Ray Lewis or James Harrison, Bruce Smith. Got to crawl before you run. That's my only concern.
Yeah, but we talked about this.
Yeah.
We know that. He's on his way.
I think he's definitely on his
Mikey.
way. He's not there.
Yep.
And when you crawl that fast, it's like you're running.
He can crawl,
It's
man.
like you're running.
All right, third and final tweet of this batch comes from Coach Buck, who says the Giants left Jones in the game to
That
get
could be
their
true.
money's worth. They did just pay him a whole lot of money.
Yeah, but they might have left him the game because he needed the work, number one. He was struggling. And
He was struggling.
Aaron Rodgers, and he's
And
not
what better
Tom
defense to
Brady,
practice
and
against,
he's not
right?
Joe Burrow, Patrick
Might as well
Mahomes.
do what you can
So
against the
he
best
stay out
defense
there, buddy.
in the NFL.
So what you
And,
also mean is
See if you can pile
it's
some plays together
impossible
for next
for
week.
them to get their money.
Because now they're going against
Let's
the Cardinals.
stop playing. Get them out the game. You
Go from like the best defense to the worst defense.
All right, back to business.
They better beat
Speaking
the
of Aaron
Cardinals by like
Rodgers,
50.
He posted yesterday on Instagram that he is, quote unquote, completely heartbroken about his torn Achilles. But he also said, and I quote, the night is darkest before the dawn,
Such an Aaron Rodgers
and
post.
I shall rise yet again. So, Michael Irvin, what percentage chance do you give it that Aaron Rodgers will, in fact, play again next season?
That's 100% now.
You guys gotta take it now. I'm just I've always
There's
said,
nothing 100%.
I'm
I'll
a
say
football
95%.
At heart, I'm a football player. Without football, I cringe to think where my world, where my life would go. When I get this out of Aaron Rodgers, I come back, I read 120%.
That was straight from the heart from Michael Irvin.
He will be on that field next year with that team. Let me tell you something. I was talking about this with some people the other day. I thought it was so fascinating to watch this whole, all of this hard knock stuff and this ever-loving love affair with Aaron Rodgers as we represented him. We would hear things coming out of Green Bay, and you were like, it made you cringe about who he was. But now you got a chance to see him behind the scene. You see how he got along with his football team, with his teammates and everything, and you started liking him. I was looking for validation. I was looking for clarification in that whole relationship. Am I being fooled on Hard Knocks, or is this real? Hard times tell you if it's real. Little things I caught in the game. The guy saying, I saw Aaron Rodgers, I wanted to run that ball back because I knew we wanted to win for him. The players talking about Aaron Rodgers right after the game. In that moment, I know I said, man, Aaron Rodgers been looking for this kind of love in Green Bay. There are some things that are common to all men. I don't care who you are, all men. That we got to eat, sleep, breathe. We want water. And we want love. We want to feel appreciated. And he got it early on in Green Bay, but not late in Green Bay. He got it in New York like he's always yearned for it, and he always desired it. He will come back to that, and I promise you, he will play again
he's definitely
with
coming
that
back.
football team.
That post all but
him all
confirmed
year,
it.
Key,
The only thing that would prevent him from coming back is if he physically could not come back. Like if some freak stuff just keeps happening and he can't heal, that is the only way.
I don't need the whole Aaron Rodgers. I can take Aaron Rod. That's all he'll need is the Aaron Rod. You can leave out the GER, that defensive running game, or take you out the rest.
Yeah, 100%, Skip.
100. You got 100.
And we talked about it on Monday after the game.
Sure.
I said he's coming back. He'll be back. It's unfinished business.
I know. What a horrible way to go
you
out.
Look at his caption.
You can't
look
go
at
out
what
like
he
that.
said, his statement on his social media. He'll rise again, yet again.
Yet again.
Of course. It's unfinished business. And when you think about it, as I said to you before, I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Star athletes, they don't end like this.
Yeah.
They may end losing a playoff game and waving off to the crowd as they walk through the tunnel and shed tears at the press conference and all. They may do that, but they don't end on injury when they still have gas left in the tank. They figure out how to rehab, as hard as it may be for a guy in his late 30s getting ready to enter into his 40s. But he still has a desire to play football. Because if he didn't have the desire to play football, he never would have fought his way out of Green Bay and selected the New York Jets. He didn't select other teams. He selected the New York Jets early. Okay, he put Nathaniel Hackett in that seat as an offensive coordinator. He's not going to leave him hanging. He's going to come back stronger than ever. He's been in New York for several months. He understands what the New York media marketplace is. The fan base is starving for an Aaron Rodgers-led team to get them and make a deep run into the playoffs. So I see him coming back, playing, being, like Michael said, he doesn't need to use his legs. All he needs is his brain and his arms, okay? It's not even his planting leg ankle. It's his left ankle, which is not his planting leg. So I'm looking forward to him coming back. Let's see if he's around the team. Let's see if he's around the team doing this rehab process, which I believe he will be an awful lot and be a part of.
Yeah, I think he definitely will be.
Okay. I'm going to strongly disagree with both of you. I'm going to give it 50-50 that he plays a second year for the Jets. Actually, a first year for the Jets. The reason is this is a different dude. I remind both of you, he took 4 days to go on a darkness retreat, whatever that is.
It's a room.
I think he's a changed man now. I think all this past stuff is out the window.
The door, I guess, every night. To figure out, come to grips with, make
New
peace
York,
with,
new man.
I'm going to play football.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers
is
the same person that he was in Green
according to
Bay.
him, that his heart was in playing football again.
Did you realize what you just said? According to him.
Yeah. Well, is it melodrama on the part of Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers was going to always play football, Skip.
Okay, I'm not sure about that. This is a different dude who went to South America to experiment with ayahuasca to see if he could go into an altered state to find a revelation of what life really means. That's he is thinking
and
on.
Guess what life really meant to him?
50 million or.
You said it, I didn't.
No.
$50 million and play a football game.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
No. You guys are saying a couple things here, man. Aaron Rodgers was saying, I don't know if I want to play. I don't know if I want to play, so he can get a sense of how bad people wanted him. I just told you.
And that may be true.
Everybody has this feeling of love. We wanted that feeling of love. And everybody kept telling you how badly we want you. We want you in New York. We want it. And he felt that sincerity. Let me tell you why I also believe this.
That's why he carried the flag
How you
up.
go into the injury. The first statements you make will determine a lot of things or give us insight to a lot of things. If I had heard Aaron Rodgers make a statement like, as I look through this, I've had a great career. I'll just have to wait and see how this thing plays out. That's one thing. That means you set in your mind, I may not be in for this fight. But when your first statements are, I will rise again. Yet again. He didn't say again. He said yet again. That means he has likened this and commingled this with a hard time in his life. Maybe when he sat there in the draft room and all. So now he's saying, or when you couldn't, or when they didn't believe in him for 3 years sitting on the bench, he put that on. He put that on that level.
Photos are so
and
wrong.
all athletes, when you put him at that level, he goes back to his greatest pain. He's trying to produce a great promise. I know Aaron Rodgers will be back because he went in thinking this way instead of saying, I've had a great career already. I'll see. He said, I will rise yet again.
Yet again. Here's why I have my doubts. He got there. And they embraced him the way they haven't embraced anybody since Joe Namath. They had Aaron Rodgers, and they had a defense, and as Michael keeps pointing out, they had Breece Hall coming back off injury. They had the makings of something very special. If, in fact, Aaron could come off last year in Green Bay where all his stats were career lows, all the way across the board, could he revive himself? Can he regenerate? Can he reboot in New York? Because everybody loves him as opposed to everybody pushing him out the back door in Green Bay. So he gets to feel through Hard Knocks the fire of love that was raging in New York City for him. He became the apple of the Big Apple's eye. You've never seen anything quite like it before. And I told you guys, he is under the most pressure he's ever felt in his career because he got to ease into the Green Bay job. It took 3 years, and expectations were lower when he got the job in the first place. And he eased in and grabbed it by the throat and ran with it. And you know what happened. So he became quickly a made man by winning a Super Bowl on that road wild card run. But it's been 13 years since he's been to a Super Bowl, so he's starting to have some doubts the way any human would about, can I still do this at the highest level? Because these people want me to do it at the supremely highest level.
I don't think he has any doubts, though, Skip.
Okay, but listen, the pressure on him was extraordinary. So he, at kickoff, runs out with the flag on 9/11 as he's introduced. And it is a magical moment for Jets fans everywhere. Trust me, he's human. He's feeling extreme pressure. I got to live up to this. Can I? Well, now he's got a whole offseason.
I don't think he's thinking that at all.
Hard rehab that Michael knows from tearing his Achilles. It's the hardest.
Like, he's not 25 anymore. He's 39.
There's a lot of time by yourself doing stuff you don't really want to do in the weight room or wherever the gym is, because it's just tedious work. And you're thinking, do I really want to go through this whole thing and have the whole pressure build back up again?
Yes,
and now I just went a whole year and I didn't play any football?
Yeah, I don't think he's thinking that at all.
Okay, maybe you do. I'm not sure he does.
He does too, Skip.
Right.
Look, he selected the Jets. Then the Jets selected him.
Yeah.
He pointed that he wanted to be in New York. He did all that to get to New York. He's not going to all of a sudden, because of an injury, unless he has such a major setback that they say, well, you can't do this, you won't be able to play anymore.
Yeah, but at that position, I think you can get away with it.
I think he's going to be fine at that position. On top of that, he's not going to let all of those people down in the building. He recruited Lazard. I don't know if Randall Cobb will be back.
I'm not sure he will. Yeah.
But Randall Cobb may not be back. But Lazard, he has a relationship with Garrett Wilson. Okay? He has relationships with Nathaniel Hackett. When you look at that, he has unfinished business. I understand he's a little Northern California weird. I can say that because I'm from L.A. and I'm from California, and I can be weird at times too. And so people look at some of his behavioral patterns when he was at Green Bay, and the first thing you point to is he went off to a retreat. He's in the darkness room. That's so weird. Oh, my God. He absolutely knew he was going to play football. He did. You cannot sit here, and he couldn't.
Well, that's your opinion.
That's true. He couldn't look at me across from the room and tell me, oh, I think I'm retiring. I don't know what I want to do. Couldn't do that. Can't do that.
But in that other place, I could understand. I really could understand. I mean, Tom Brady didn't feel appreciated enough and didn't feel that he got enough insight into the decisions. And if Tom Brady can feel not appreciated enough, I know Aaron Rodgers.
Well, he can't feel not appreciated enough. But
I wonder how Tom Brady felt
when he left New England. New England wasn't the New York Jets. The New York Jets now is a better football team than Tom Brady left New England and went down to Tampa. Much better football team, especially defensively.
In saying to Aaron Rodgers, we're working with you.
You think so?
Like
with
you've
Gronk
always wanted, and like Green Bay
AB?
never would.
I don't know about
we
that.
We are here with you. So Aaron
that
Rodgers
offense
going, our relationship.
That probably cooked that defense.
Let me tell you,
let
me give a school on this. Our relationship.
Like, let's be real. Gronk, Tom Brady, Antonio Brown,
based in reciprocation.
Mike Evans.
Don't let people tell
Chris
you,
Godwin.
I don't want to be in a relationship where somebody use me. Yes, you do. You only want relationships where you're being used. Only relationships where you can use somebody and they can use you to help get where everybody needs to go. If you're not using anybody, why get into it? Aaron Rodgers understands this reciprocation because he's gotten it in such a way from New York. He's going to reciprocate back by being on that football field next year.
Mike, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't know.
I gave y'all good life lessons in the midst of football. That's what makes this game so great. It is the greatest game in the world. Like the life, you can't do anything without assistance in this world. There's no such thing as individual isolated success in football. That's what makes us great. That's why it all works. That's why America loves this game.
Okay, so Michael, I just learned something. I want a relationship in which I'm being used because that's the best relationship, right?
Right. Exactly. That's what Aaron Rodgers wants. And that's what Aaron Rodgers is getting. Where everybody's being used to bring the best out of everybody. Now, what you don't want is a relationship where you're abnormally being used, where you're there for somebody, and then when it's time for you to be there, when you're there for somebody, when it's time for them to be there, they're not there. That's you being used and them abnormally being used. Abnormal use is abuse. Don't make me teach on this all day. I can school y'all on this.
Pastor Michael
You
Irvin.
want to be used, but not abnormally used, which is abuse. I don't have to get in that. Let's go. Let's keep getting back to sports.
Is that what happened in Green Bay with him then? Is that what you're trying to tell?
Absolutely, that's what happened. And that's why he wanted out. That's what he was saying. I've given y'all everything. I've letting y'all use me. And when I need y'all to keep a Randall Cobb, when I need y'all to do this and do this, because I'm saying it's going to make me better or put me in a better place, y'all didn't do that for me.
All right.
That's abnormal use.
Okay, last quick thought on this because you brought up Tom Brady. There's been rampant speculation in New York.
No.
Should we go after Tom Brady? Obviously, Tom has made it crystal clear.
No.
I am done, right?
No.
Okay. But,
Brady at home.
Okay. Do you think Tom sat back even for a second and looked at the Jets situation and thought, defense, run game, New York, and thought about it for even a moment?
Once Rodgers went down?
Yes. Monday night, yeah.
You always, I think he probably said, I probably could go, I'm not playing football.
No, he's not going to play.
No, that's what he probably did. He just through a conversation or whatever, probably said, I could get back at the Patriots. I'm done, no, I'm finished. He probably, it's just natural. I mean, that's just a natural instinct to think
The
about.
only way I could see him ever doing anything like this would be if you needed him in November or December, but to have to go through the whole...
November, December.
Well,
as great as Tom is, I don't need him in November, December.
No.
I can't just pull him off the couch in
remember
November,
how
December.
Gronk wanted to go back to Tampa at mid-year, where don't make me go through the wear and tear, right? Yeah. All right.
I felt like I was just on Sunday with Mike, but that's a private conversation.
We'll leave that.
That'd be crazy.
We'll have it tonight. Keith.
All right.
We'll have it tonight while we watch a little Thursday night football.
Tom Brady gets
Gotta
his
get back to our Dallas Cowboys.
gets honored at New England, then comes back as a revenge.
A question that
to hunt
troubles
the
me.
division.
Are the Cowboys already too
That sounds like
confident?
something he would do, let's be honest, though.